the 2021 Sun, all B1, 1.6 regulation experiment just tipped from drama to crisis. After today's Japanese GP qualifying and Oliver Bearman's crash, the mood flipped. Suzuka is tense, the figure eight is roaring, and the whispers are gone. Aero limits, power deployment, and safety trade-offs are under fire. This isn't a recap. It's the turning point. Buckle up for what broke, who's angry, and what happens next. Headline shock. The FIA's exciting racing defense is collapsing under scrutiny. Drivers say these cars are knife-edge at high speed, snap oversteer, aero stall risk, and lift and coast calls creeping into quali. Timing sheets look fine, onboards and incidents tell a different story. Teams are split. Some want immediate technical directives, others want parc fermé flexibility and weight relief. Veteran voices push for a minimum ride height tweak. Rookies want clarity after Bearman's crash. Pressure's rising, patience is gone, and everyone's eyeing Miami. Here's the plan, the problem, the FIA stance, the driver's demands, and the likely changes before Miami, May 3rd. Strap in, let's go. Here's the core. In plain English, the 2026 power unit is roughly 50-50, half internal combustion, half electric. That means huge reliance on the battery every lap, but the battery can't sustain full 350 kilowatts for a whole lap. On long straights, the pack drains before the end. When it runs out, super clipping hits, full throttle, but power drops. Cars actually slow on the straight, and it happens every lap, every race. Pole tells one story, the other is energy. In Q3, drivers were literally lifting and coasting on push laps to recharge the pack, slowing on a flyer, to keep full deployment through the S's and 130R. Absurd but fastest today, a tiny lift can trigger a cascade. Region spikes, the ERS map downshifts, turbo drops, and you bleed kilometer H into the next sector. Think Leclerc in China sprint quali, brief mid-corner lift, deployment cut early, lap gone. That's why corrections are punished. Keep it pinned and the logic stays green. Miss a beat and the car neuters itself. Antonelli threaded the window, others chased balance and battery. Watch the throttle trace. No stabs, clean exits. Replay focus. Energy harvesting on the racing line creates huge speed deltas, 40 to 50 kilometers per hour, right before spoon at Suzuka. Colapinto begins harvesting before turn-in. The car slows early. Bearman arrives on full deployment, closing fast. The differential spikes. To avoid contact, Bearman jinks to the grass. Grip gone. Hard hit with the barrier. Data shows roughly 50 G. He climbs out and walks away, lucky, and credit to the safety cell. Takeaway: communicate deltas, expect harvesting zones, and leave margin at spoon. Respect the risk. Yellow means caution, not opportunity. Beyond the shock, drivers say safety is the story. The GPDA's warned the FIA repeatedly: fix fundamentals, don't trade control for exciting chaos. Paddock briefing suggests the FIA prioritized rescuing qualifying and left race behavior as is, because it looks thrilling on TV. Sainz is furious. This can't stand. On street tracks you have no runoff. One snap at 300 kilometers an hour is straight to the wall. Think Baku, Singapore, Vegas, tight walls, blind entries. Risk escalates fast. Drivers want changes before the next street round. New this weekend, the FIA implemented a qualifying tweak, agreed by all power unit manufacturers to dial back maximum permitted recharge. The cap drops from 9 megajoules to 8 for qualifying, less energy harvested on the straights, more deployed on the lap. The intent? Cut, lift and coast, and heavy harvesting, so drivers can commit, especially through the S's and 130R. Quali pace saw a modest, cleaner improvement. But the race issue remains. Closing speeds in traffic are still tricky, and energy balance on long straights isn't solved. A step forward in quali, not a full fix for Sunday. Breaking update. The FIA confirms an April review of the 2026 regs, multiple meetings locked in. Official statement: safety comes first, and changes will be in place for Miami. Not just considered, committed by Miami, May 3rd. McLaren's fix menu for Suzuka is threefold: tune electric versus ICE, manage how the battery charges at full throttle, and tweak qualifying fuel flow. But note the constraint: you can't undo a 50-50 architecture overnight. Option 1. Reduce max electric deployment from 350 kilowatts to around 250-200 to stretch the battery. Pros: longer stints, less derate late in the lap. Cons: softer corner exits and a hit to top-end speed. Option 2. Increase superclipping. Let the ice charge the battery even at full throttle. Pros: protects energy for the end of straights and final sectors. Cons: a mid-straight flat spot in electric push, plus thermal and fuel stress. Option 3. Adjust qualifying fuel flow to offset reduced electric power. Pros: restores peak lap power windows. Cons: tighter thermal limits and a trade-off to race economy. Balanced pick depends on tire life and sector splits at Suzuka. Qualifying comes first. Make the Flyer a true driver challenge again. Iconic laps, risk on the limit. That's the bar. Then treat the race separately. Manage closing speed and harvesting trains without dulling the battles. Safety first, but keep overtakes real. Priority order: fix quali flow and feel, then engineer a race speed solution. 2 problems, 2 answers, tested and tuned for Suzuka. From the pit wall, Toto Wolff cautions against nostalgia. No overtake eras weren't better. Today's product races well, but he's blunt on qualifying. Lift and coast laps are unacceptable for all-out drivers. The spectacle suffers. This season's racing proves it. Elbows-out duels, bold undercuts and real lead swaps have kept fans hooked. The fix? Tweak quali. Free up fuel and energy or adjust the format, so laps return to full attack. 5 weeks from Suzuka to Miami. The perfect window to reset. With Bahrain and Saudi cancelled, no races interrupt fixes. Empty garages turn into full workshops. Upgrades, correlation checks, reliability, global clocks sync. April's timeline slides to Miami. Arrive fixed. From P11, Verstappen now weighs his F1 future. He's called these 2026 cars Formula E on steroids, and the struggle is real. After Suzuka, he sent a clear message. They know what to do. That's an ultimatum. Fix the RB22 fast, or risk losing a 4-time champion. Big picture, 2026 is delivering. Packed stands, close racing, and a live title fight every weekend. But drivers say the regs push the limit. Qualifying feels artificial, and today we saw a 50G crash. The FIA has April meetings locked in. Teams must bring fixes, with first changes targeted for Miami. The clock is ticking. Stakes are high. Protect the show, protect the drivers. April will define 2026. Bold and brilliant, or broken and dangerous. Lights out at 2 p.m. Suzuka Local, start the countdown. Through the 5-week run to Miami, we'll track every upgrade, fix, and fallout. Instant reaction after the flag, then deep dives all month. Can Verstappen recover from P11? Can Piastri start and score? And can the FIA and teams sort it before Miami? Or does this drag all season? Subscribe for updates across the break, hit the bell, and drop your take. See you for the race. Let's go.